Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading for March 2023. I have had quite the frazzled day, so I'm looking forward to your reading. I like tuning into the Aquarius collective. Starting out with an oracle card from Belinda Grace's True Love Oracle, to give us an overview of your situation and what's going on. We get worthiness. And we have a young woman looking into the water, seeing herself quite different than, say, the narcissist myth. This is actually seeing yourself and seeing yourself as being worthy of love. Someone worthy of being seen. I'm going to read to you what Belinda has said. Oh, is this? No, there's one more card. Second to last. Ooh, this is quite long. Remember that you were created perfectly by the loving forces of the universe. Believing that you deserve to be loved is a very powerful state of mind and way of being. You have drawn this card today because your angels and guides would like to encourage you to understand one very important fact. You are the only one who can truly decide that you are deserving. No one else has this right, yet we give this power to other people and even to trends and fashion time and time again. No matter who you are or what you have done during your life, it is unlikely that every person you meet will like you and want the best for you. It is possible to spend your entire life analyzing why certain people form the opinions they do. It's also possible to spend your entire life trying to please them and make them like you, as though this will make you a better person. Consider now the choice you have before you and choose to accept that you deserve love, happiness, support, companionship, friendship, and all good things now. Not because somebody else has said so, but because you are responsible for the quality of your own life. There is nothing in the universe that judges you or finds you wanting. You are not expected to be perfect. One of the defining factors of a soulmate relationship is that you will grow and evolve together. Take a moment now to look at yourself in the mirror. Yes, really. Look into your own eyes and notice your miraculous uniqueness. This universe would not have created you if you were somehow faulty or defective, useless or unimportant. So from now on, remind yourself that the loving forces of the universe created you and that you naturally deserve to love and be loved just as you are. That's a nice message to begin with. I am rewatching True Blood. It's been a very long time since I've seen it. But there is a scene where a witchy woman, like a shaman-like character, tells another character that she needs to look at herself in the mirror and count down to 10. And if she cannot spend 10 seconds alone in her own company looking at herself, then she has a problem. Like we tend to think of mirrors and like that kind of looking at the reflection as narcissist thing to do, especially nowadays with narcissism being a buzzword. But if you look up mirror work, if you're not familiar with that, that can do some really powerful healing. So this is quite the interesting way to start this reading off, yeah? Okay, we are going to do a Celtic cross for Aquarius, please. That was really long, and so I was trying to read it quickly, and now I feel my energies like, let's go. So let's all take a deep breath together, slow down, and tap into the energy of the Aquarius collective. Okay, let's get started. Your current situation, Aquarius: judgment, rebirth, renewal, decisiveness, discernment. And And crossing that is the sun. That's interesting. I said I always like tapping into your energy, Aquarius, and whew, first 2 cards out have thrown me for quite the loop. Oh, why is the sun? Why is the sun the happiest card in the deck in the challenge position? Let's keep going, get more information, we'll clarify. Influencing energy is the Hanged Man. So you are gaining new perspectives right now, pausing. Judgment is a time of rebirth, so that makes sense that you are taking time to acclimate. In your relevant past, we get the Wheel of Fate. Ooh, very exciting. This is a very exciting time, like a big time of transformation, a turning point. That was the word I was looking for with the Judgment card and the Sun. This has been a turning point. Maybe you're wondering if things are too good to be true. I'm just trying to figure out the Sun and the challenge. Sometimes happiness is one of the hardest energies to maintain. Exiting energy is the Four of Wands. So maybe some kind of commitment or romance with somebody. It can also, Four of Wands can also represent rites of passage. Rites of passage being like marriage, birth, getting your period is like a rite of passage into womanhood, things of that nature. So if this is not a romance on the way out, it could be that you recently went through a rite of passage. My words are eluding me right now. I'm interested actually in this. This is TMI, honestly, but talking about menstruation as a rite of passage. I'm on my period. Again, I said TMI, but a tarot reader said that you shouldn't read cards when on your period. If you have information on that, I would love to know more about it. It's not day 1, so I think I'm okay. Sorry, Aquarius, but we're buds. Immediate future is the Emperor. I am reading this as you standing in your power, finding yourself, finding stability, finding your place in the world, in this new landscape after the Wheel of Fate has spun. Your strengths, we get 3 of Swords. Yeah. Maybe this breakup, I'm guessing this is a breakup that you're processing. Maybe it was a rite of passage. And then we have this card of worthiness. A relationship ending because you put up boundaries, you recognized your self-worth. With this card showing up at the beginning, sometimes we put up boundaries and then people would rather leave us than respect our boundaries, and you might be in a position of wondering if you did the right thing, maybe questioning could I have made compromises? Did I need to set up that boundary? That kind of thing. But this is showing up in your strength. So even if you've had those doubts, even if you currently have those doubts, they're not preventing you from working through the heartache and the grief. In your environment, we have the Ace of Coins. I'm just going to keep going because this reading is so interesting. To have the Sun in the crossing position and Three of Swords in your strengths. When we have all of these other cards, Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, and your hopes and fears is the Lovers. And in the outcome, Six of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Coins. Wanting to collaborate and build potential. And this paired with the Ace of Coins, another card of a potential, promising potential. So you are focused on manifesting things in the physical world. We have interior growth and healing, and then there's exterior growth and healing. And you are focused on the exterior right now. Okay, we need to get in here and start clarifying. I get the feeling, Aquarius, that whatever this Three of Swords is, it was long enough ago in the past that you were able to heal from it, find the lessons. All relationships bring us lessons. Our happy relationships, our heartbreaking relationships, they all have lessons for us. And you did not hide from your lessons. You went and you sought them out. Maybe dove headfirst into the heartbreak. And that's what has allowed you to get to Judgment after the Wheel of Fortune turned. Wheel of Fortune is card 10, and then double that. Card 20 is Judgment. We have card 19 and card 20. Sun is card 19. I'm just feeling, I'm pointing this out because I'm feeling like this is about a cycle ending and a new one beginning. Okay, current situation is Judgment. It's clarified by King of Pentacles. Again, wanting that stability in the real world. And Three of Wands. Actively planning, looking to the future. I kind of think of this as a card of manifesting, but like the way a realist would do manifesting. What do I want? Why do I want it? What's in my way? And how am I going to get it? So, very practical energy, Aquarius. And I'm just trying to get more, and then we have Two of Pentacles at the bottom. Just really thrown by the Sun in the crossing position. Why is the Sun crossing? Why is the Sun crossing Judgment? Why is the Sun crossing Judgment? The Sun comes before Judgment, maybe wanting to hold on a little bit to old patterns that feel comfortable. things that used to be your sun, wanting to hold on to them, struggling to let go of them. Let's see what the cards have to say. We get the Hierophant and Six of Wands showing up again. So now we have Six of Wands twice. It's in the cross. It's clarifying the crossing position, and it's in your final outcome. And then Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Possibly the reason that I see you embracing this change is I think you initiated this Three of Swords. I think you initiated a break. You wanted growth, you wanted change, you wanted the Wheel of Fortune to spin. And it was somebody that you had love and commitment with them. But this Six of Wands in this particular deck feels a little different to me than it does in other decks. I'm always just drawn to the butterfly and the symbolism of the butterfly, transformation, growth, change. And sometimes when we grow and change, we leave people behind. And that's what I'm getting here, is that you had to leave somebody behind in order to reach the potential of your highest self. And there's the World. Completion. The last card of the tarot deck. Okay, why is the Hanged Man here in Aquarius's influencing energy? Why is the Hanged Man here? I'm feeling very focused, driving energy, but also a little bit of confusion. Clarifying the Hanged Man, we get the Nine of Swords. Maybe that's what I was feeling, that confusion, that anxiety. And then Ace of Cups. And the Moon. You have your eye on somebody. You've left somebody behind, and you have your eye on somebody new. But you're not ready to move into it yet. You're not really even ready to look at it, which is why we have the Moon showing up here too. It's like you feel you need stability before you can move forward in building another relationship. It just like, sometimes you'll see cats in my videos. They are my housemate's cats, not mine. I had a cat, and I loved that cat so very much. And I moved to Spain, and I had to rehome my cat, and I found a really great home for him. But it broke my heart, and I decided then that I would never adopt another animal until I knew for sure that I was going to be settled. And that has not happened yet, so I have not adopted a cat or a dog or any animal. And that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting, but towards people. And like, you don't have to be an emperor to explore a love relationship. You don't have to be an emperor to even look at love. Maybe this was like a young love, high school sweethearts, college sweethearts, something like that. Somebody who really meant a lot to you, and leaving them hurt both of you, and you don't want to get in a new relationship unless you are absolutely positively sure that it's gonna work out. The thing is nothing is ever sure, especially in love. Why is the Wheel of Fate here? Why is the Wheel of Fate here? And Aquarius is relevant past. Ooh, we got... Actually, that's not surprising at all. The cards are feeling a little bit crazy right now. But the Wheel of Fortune kind of is chaos in itself. Come on. I'm just thinking about this worthiness card. There's a difference between having self-worth and holding yourself to standards of perfection. There's a difference between knowing you're good enough and trying to be good enough. And if I remember this, that very long description said, know that you are good enough just because you are. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fate clarified by Six of Cups, leaving behind somebody that you were with for a long time. Again, I get that feeling as somebody perhaps you knew when you were much younger. And then Four of Swords. Going into a time of rest and recuperation. Five of Swords as well. A painful splitting. So in the Wheel of Fate, that's where I'm kind of seeing more of the hurt. But you've managed to get yourself now into the Hanged Man. So a place of stillness. It's like you're hanging out in suspension, watching everything around you. Not wanting to move forward until things settle down. But the Wheel of Fate is always spinning at different speeds for different people. Exiting energy. Four of Wands is clarified by the Magician and by the Lovers and by the King of Cups. Holy moly. This is insane. Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Magician, the King of Cups. Ooh, what a spread. So this is definitely love related. I didn't need to tell you my period story. Sorry. These are two different lovers. This is the lover that you are afraid to look at. And this is the lover that you are leaving behind. I believe we have many soulmates who show up in many different ways in our lives. Romantically, platonically, animally, how do you say, like if they're an enemy? I guess I should say enemies, because it just sounded like I was trying to say like enemas. What an embarrassing reading. I want to see, like, why was I just doing that with my hand? What is the what is the Magician? How is his hand in the Rider-Waite deck? Does he have two fingers or one? I think it might be one. No, not even. He's got one. I don't know why I feel called to do this, but I do, so we're going to do it. I feel called to look at the traditional symbolism. Why do I want to look at this? You grew, you stepped into your power, and you began a new journey. And I think what we're seeing here is you sorry Aquarius, I feel like there's something percolating in my mind and I'm trying to figure out what it is. I believe that you have grown more in the 5D world than your old love connection. You wanted to manifest change and growth, and in order to do that, you had to leave them behind. I still am not sure why I felt the need to pull this card out. What are you showing me? Maybe it will come to me. Maybe you have something to share in the comments. Ooh, I feel like this is going to be a long reading today, and it's been... Okay. Why is the Emperor in Aquarius's immediate future? Why is the Emperor here? Definitely reading this as your energy. You're wanting to be sovereign. You're wanting to own your power. You are wanting to be strong, stable, ambitious, individuated. We have 5 of Cups and the World. So yeah, cycle is completely ending. We have all that 19, 20, now 21 showing up. Maybe you met when you were 21. I feel my intuition right now trying to talk to me in different ways than it normally does. Five of Cups, feeling, I think maybe nostalgic for things in the past. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you are going to end the cycle with the Five of Cups being there and the Three of Swords being in your strengths. Okay, the best way to explain this again, I think, is like with a story. I had a really painful relationship experience in the fall, and it was of the kind that I could literally feel it in my body, I could feel it in my heart, I could feel it in my solar plexus, just like shattering over and over and over again. And I do somatic experiencing therapy, and I would try both to feel what I was feeling, and then at other times it's exhausting, so I would avoid what I was feeling, distract myself, do other things. And I said to my therapist, I'm worried that by avoiding my pain, I'm going to create new patterns within my body that I'm going to have to work through in like 10 years' time. Just like right now, I'm working through things that happened like 10, 20, 30 years ago. And she said, you don't have to feel all of your pain at once. You've been doing this avoiding, quote unquote, avoiding for a few weeks. That's not going to create a pattern. With you, Aquarius, I feel like are right now where I was. I felt like I had done a lot of work to grow and change and heal, and I didn't want to dive headfirst into the pain, but I felt like I owed it to myself to dive headfirst into the pain so that I could honor all of the work that I had done in the past. The thing is, it's that you have to honor your present self and your present needs as well. And my present self at that time, my present self in the past, needed some quiet incubation time. I needed maybe some Four of Swords, some rest. And so when this Five of Cups shows up, I think this is a sign to cut yourself some slack, and remind yourself that you're not going to heal overnight. You're not going to adapt and grow and change overnight. Things take time, almost always longer than we think. Three of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands. And Four of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, Queen of Swords is definitely a truth seeker. She would cut to the heart of that pain and look at it. But of course, every card has its pros and its cons. So I'm looking again at this card that I pulled out. As above, so below. I had the feeling that you were growing in the spiritual sense, but right now you're not bringing those lessons into the real world. Your interior world changed, I will say bloomed, because of the flowers on this card. And your exterior world, you are going to have success, but if you could let some of what you have inside, if you could let some of what you have inside out, you could have more success. Three of Swords. I think this is what I was saying. You are willing to explore your pain. You are willing to explore the places that you feel disconnected. Interiorly, I gotta stop using adverbs. On the inside, you are growing and changing. You're breaking and growing and changing, breaking and growing and changing. So much so, focusing on the pain so much that the sun is in the crossing position. That's why this is here. There is no need to be a martyr. And you don't get prizes for finishing first. Allow yourself to slow down. Why is the Ace of Coins in Aquarius's environment? Why is the Ace of Coins here? Oh, this is going to be a long one. I have been reading about quiet quitting, and some people are saying quiet quitting is in reality not quitting, but just doing the job that you signed up to do. In that spirit, I think that it's okay to quiet quit a little bit on all of this focus on outward success. Okay, we get Page of Swords, the Star, and then the Moon showing up again at the bottom of the deck. And I think this is again in this person who you're kind of afraid to look at. Oh, and right under the Moon, Two of Cups. I don't want to look at it until I'm ready. I don't want to look at it until I'm ready. But what is ready? Ready is, especially in am I ready for a relationship, is entirely subjective. And we have you focusing on resources, on logic. Meanwhile, hanging on to hope, but keeping your hopes in the shadows. Why is the Lovers here? The Lovers is in your hopes and fears, Aquarius. Why is the Lovers here? wish I could shuffle faster, but I do things at my own speed, and this is the speed. Ooh, oh, that's your energy I'm picking up on, I think. Ooh. Do you wish I could shuffle faster, Aquarius? And now the universe is teaching us both a lesson, because this is a long shuffle. Why do I need to go faster? Things take the time that they take. Isn't that what I've been saying this entire reading? They take the time they take. If I rushed it, the reading would not be as good. It might not even be accurate if I wasn't pulling the right cards. That being said, this shuffle is taking a long time. Give it one of these. Okay, let's think about this. Things take the time that they take. Working harder is not going to help me shuffle these cards any faster. Rushing, get shoddy results. What are we thinking and saying here? This is your hopes and fears. We already saw you putting your love under the moon with a lot of anxiety over it. We've already seen you not wanting to look at this potential new love until you feel you have stability in whatever way you've defined it. Everybody defines stability differently. Okay, we get Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. So, in the exiting energy, we had the Four of Wands and the Lovers. In your hopes and fears, we have the Lovers and the Four of Wands. Again, I don't get the feeling that you have actually already begun this new relationship that you manifested. But we have, again, this is Three of Pentacles is the overarching energy of the reading, and then we have it showing up again in your hopes and fears. Okay, what am I trying to say? This was not a bad relationship. You just outgrew it. In fact, it was a good relationship. And you learned a lot about yourself. Possibly you learned a lot about your self-worth in this relationship. But you left it because you knew you had learned your lesson and you had outgrown it. You haven't started this new relationship yet. And you're worried. Did you walk away from something good with long, deep roots? Did you throw away something that you know is good for something that you think will be better, but you don't know? And throwing away, I shouldn't have said that. Not all relationships are meant to last forever. And Eight of Wands, you're hoping for communication with this person. You're hoping to get to know them, to more develop that intimacy and build something with them. This person, it might be unexplainable, an unexplainable connection. That defies logic. You feel it all that development that you've done on your interior world, you feel it intuitively, but outside it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why it doesn't make sense. But for whatever reason, you think people wouldn't think of you together, or differences of some kind. You made a decision based on your intuition, based on all of the growth, and now kind of doubting your intuition. Was that my intuition talking to me? I think I said earlier to you, like, I feel like my intuition is talking to me differently in this reading than it normally does. And that might be the case with you as well. And so sometimes we get used to trusting our bodies and our other ways of knowing, but in like very specific ways that we get to know. And then when we get knowledge in different ways, it's a little bit harder to trust. We have the Six of Wands in your outcome. I think the thing to remember is that your recent past was the wheel of fate. Your current situation is judgment, rebirth. Like, there's a butterfly conservatory a few, maybe like an hour, 2 hours away from me. And I did not realize this until I went there, that when the butterfly emerges from the cocoon, they can't fly right away, actually. They have to let their wings dry out. And so it takes several hours, actually. And in a butterfly's life, several hours is a lot. What I'm trying to say is give yourself grace and patience, because you are just now emerging from the cocoon, and you're not going to be able to fly right away. You have to learn how to fly. You are going to, because we see the Six of Wands. We get the Knight of Wands, taking inspired action. 10 of Wands, working, carrying burdens, dogged work, but it's also the end of a cycle. I think that's one thing that we forget, is that our life is not one cycle. Our life is many cycles. You probably have several wheels of fate turning in your life at different times and paces. This is just one of them. And so while you're reaching success in one arena, taking inspired action in that arena, you're also closing out another cycle, because 10s are basically just about to flip into the ace. But we also have the Five of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. So that kind of feeling of paucity. There's two energies showing up in a lot of places. With the Hanged Man, we have the Ace of Cups, so much love and potential, and then we have the Nine of Swords, so much anxiety. For the Six of Wands, we get the Knight of Wands, passionate, inspired action, and then we get the 10 of Wands, which is burdens, dogged work. What did I say? I said something earlier about working hard. It's like, only do this if the dogged work, carrying those burdens, sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes that's a season of life. But you need to know why you're doing it. Why are you doing this work? I feel like I said that to Leo as well. Why are you producing so much? And if you can answer that question, then keep going. That's like what I was saying about the True Blood thing. If you can't stand your own company for 10 seconds, then you have a problem. If you are working yourself to the bone and you don't know why, if you don't know your why and you're working that hard, that diligently, then you have a problem. Okay, 3 cards and a bottom card, advice from the universe. Channel this energy, the 3 of Wands, to figure out what you want and why you want it. What do you wish for and why? Could I get 3 cards of advice and a bottom card for Aquarius? 3 cards and a bottom card advice for Aquarius. All right, maybe I was saying this new love potential is unlike anything you've ever had before, and that's a little bit scary. And so maybe that's why you're burying yourself in this productive, outward focused energy. It's like you feel like your strength is to look at the pain. I'm thinking about 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. Sometimes we are focused on giving. Receiving can actually be harder because it has to do with feelings of worthiness. So yes, go into your pain, heal your pain, grow. That is admirable. But remember, you don't have to be a martyr. You're allowed to be happy too. Okay, we get 5 of Swords. Disagreements, conflict, intimidation, stress. We get the Page of Pentacles. Goal-oriented, loyalty, consistency. 2 of Cups. Partnership, love, creating bonds. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, that's kind of exterior collaboration, and then the 2 of Cups would be that kind of soul level collaboration. And then, believe it or not, 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That's your outcome. Where else? Oh, it was in the crossing position, and now it's showing up in advice from the universe. 6 of Wands is also a card of self-confidence, healthy self-confidence, which is part of worthiness. All right, we're gonna get one last oracle card to close it out. This is from the Woodland Warden's deck. Can I get a final card for Aquarius, please? Whew. That's a lot of energy you're packing, Aquarius. A lot of focused energy, a lot of determination. I can feel it. Wanting to grow. It just feels like it needs a direction. And you don't have to wait to be ready to explore that. All right, we get the Owl and Hop, which is wisdom. Also kind of funny, this is card 22, which is one further than the final card in the tarot. Okay. Owls are closely associated with Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Known for their nocturnal vision, owls represent knowledge and erudition, with a hint of mystery. The hop is an impressive plant, able to climb up to 20 feet in a single growing season. Combined, the pair indicates spiritual and intellectual fulfillment. You have come to the end of a long journey. Relish in your achievement, taking deep, satisfying breaths. You have come to the end. Wait, what's the card I want? Oh, come on. Rebirth, end of a cycle. 2 questions for you, Aquarius. If they resonate with you, I'd love to hear your answers in the comments. 1, am I content? And 2, if I've reached a state of fulfillment, am I willing to humble myself and try something new? So you are in a very exciting time in your life. Lots of possibilities on the table and a lot of possible overwork in order to maybe compensate for the fears that come from trying new things. In any case, I think this is a very positive reading and it looks really exciting. I'll see you next time, Aquarius.